covering this topic online, and to really kind of come up face to face and close with these individuals harassing me as well. You know, it's this sock puppet gang stalking thing that has gone mainstream because of social media. It just feels like this, you know, really dark, oppressive sort of element, part of our society and culture, and it's just need to spotlight and highlight and really shun from our culture.
Well, I want to thank you very much for being on the show today. And is there any last words you'd like to say before the wrap up?
Okay. Yeah, there was one thing. I want to say that before I decided to go public with my platform and my story, you know, in the injustice and the fraud on the court, I have actually two case files on my case that were submitted, two separate different case files, pictures. And one is an original, which is still in the mailed, stamped envelope, and another, it was published years later. And it's fraud. To me, it's fraud on the court. And the other thing is that I decided to go public with my story, not because I wanted to be victimized or be targeted publicly, but because I wanted to no longer be targeted in private and having to just fight in court. I decided that it was probably safer for me to be publicly targeted. And so, you know, people can see that this is going on. This is something that's happening in our society, in our communities, all around us. And, you know, the other thing is I'm kind of being targeted because of, you know, I grew up in LA. I grew up in Los Angeles, California. I'm a Valley girl. Calabasas, Newbury Park, Thousand Oaks, shout out. Yeah, and kind of one of those things, you know, where when you grow up in Los Angeles, it's kind of a rite of passage that you kind of, you know, you go through the entertainment industry, and you know, it's not something that, you know, and they want to shame me for it. And I did a TV show called Charles in Charge growing up, and I got headshots, and I did some modeling. I was in a Playboy 2002 Playboy Playmates video of the year for the 12 Playmates of the year. I did that, and I also have a close-up in a movie with Spike Jonze and Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep. And it's not something that I'm ashamed of. It's something I'm very proud of, and it's where I'm from. And I just want to say that, you know, I feel like I'm being shamed for these things, you know, and my whole history and who I am and where I'm from, you know, and I'm not ashamed of it at all.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Amelia. And this has been the LS Report. Our official channel on YouTube is Common Law Theory. This is the only place where you can hear about common law theory, tracing it all the way back to the BIBLE. And this is your host, JW, signing off.